Hello and welcome to Club Corner. I'm Caitlin Murphy. Today I'm joined by Taylor Sanders, who is not only a member of Fisher Players, but is also the director of this fall's musical, Grease. Thanks for joining me, Taylor.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Just to start off first, what made you decide to become the director of this semester's musical?
Well, I'm a senior this year. It's actually my fourth year being involved with Fisher Players. So I kind of thought, what better way to kind of go out with my senior year than directing the show instead of just being in it this semester. So.
Right, and how does that process work?
So last spring, we actually hold the E-board, the executive board for the club, has kind of interviews for who wants to be a director, and they fill out an application form. And actually was studying abroad last semester, so I did it from abroad and did a Skype interview. But that's kind of how I got chosen to do it. So.
All right, and now I know you guys are about a month into rehearsal now, I think?
Yep, there's actually about 17 rehearsals left, so we're just a little bit under a month until our show now, so yeah.
All right, how are those going overall, with the cast?
They're going really well. We have a lot of good new people. We have a lot of freshmen and sophomores in lead roles this year, which is really exciting. We just have a lot of new people. We have the ball rolling with tech crew, and we figured out how to get a car because we're doing Grease, so we somehow managed to do that, so it's going really well, yeah.
Right, now, you had mentioned tech crew and things like that. Could you explain a little bit of the process, what goes into creating a musical from the very beginning planning stages right up until premiere day?
Definitely. So it's a really long process. In the very beginning, we have to get the rights and the licensing to do the musical Grease. So that was a long process, and we had to kind of go through Warner Brothers to get some of the songs from the movie to do. And once we kind of have the rights and the scripts and everything, then we go about kind of getting a cast put together. So we hold auditions and we have callbacks, and that's a 3 or 4 day process. And then I, as the director, picked a group of co-directors. So I have a vocal director that works with the cast on singing. I have a stage manager who recruited a whole tech crew, and they work on building the sets and finding props and making sure the props are where they need to be and making sure the lights and the sound work. I also have a pit director who put together a whole pit band. So we have drums, guitar, bass, saxophone, and kind of all these pieces meshed together for the whole show. So it's kind of a long process, and there's a lot of moving parts and people, but it comes together in the end.
All right, and how are rehearsals themselves with the cast going so far?
Really well. Everyone meshes together really well. Sometimes it's hard for me to get them to stop talking to each other because everyone just gets along really well. But yeah, they're going really, really great. There's a lot of good chemistry. Grease is a really fun show. So you have the T-Birds, the guys get along so well, and they really work off each other great. And yeah, it's just going really good.
All right, and what are the dates for this semester's musical?
The dates are going to be November 18th, 19th, and 20th. The 18th and 19th are going to be at 7 p.m. And Sunday we have a 3 p.m. matinee show, and they're all free for Fisher students to come to.
All right, and are there any other events that Fisher Players is putting on this semester that you'd like to let the campus know about?
Definitely. So we actually have Fisher's Got Talent, which is going to be just like America's Got Talent, but Fisher version. So we're actually holding auditions for those. We're accepting any kind of talent. So we're doing comedy, poetry, magic, singing, dancing, acting, anything. And we're going to have some celebrity judges from the Fisher community, which will be really fun. And that's happening on November 11th. So auditions are coming up really soon. We're also doing a murder mystery dinner, which is kind of like a Clue style, it's actually a brunch, Clue style brunch that's going to be this Sunday during family weekend.
All right, awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks again for joining us, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
All right, that's all the time we have today, and thank you again for joining me. So for Fisher News, I'm Caitlin Murphy.